Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar, How to Implement Your ABM Strategy. I'm your moderator, Jackie Sass from Merkle's marketing team. To lead today's webinar, we are joined by two industry experts, Ronik Parikh, Vice President, Product Management and Data Solutions at Merkle, and Bob Peterson, Research Director at Series Decisions. And now I'll turn things over to Bob to get us started.
Thanks, Jackie, and hi, everybody. And I'm going to start today's discussion by focusing on what we view as the planning assumptions that account-based marketers need to think about as they head into 2018. At Series Decisions, we see ABM as continuing to expand in popularity as more and more companies are realizing the value of ABM as a strategy that directs more sales and marketing resources, frankly, on the accounts that matter most to the organization. But the big question is, how are leading organizations adapting their ABM efforts to meet the ever-changing demands of the marketplace? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Specifically, what are the key planning assumptions marketers need to consider as they think about 2018? Strategy and alignment, the first priority. And I'll build this out so you can actually see it. And as I mentioned before, we're going to be talking about the challenges marketers are having with measurement. And the really exciting part of ABM is how it provides marketers with the opportunity to contribute in entirely new ways. So while I think this is great news, many marketers fail to adjust their reporting output to properly reflect those new marketing contributions. They're using the old dashboards they have always used in the past. ABM requires marketers to look beyond traditional B2B measurement considerations of deal identification and deal progression. We think the new Series Decisions Demand Unit Waterfall, for example, provides the necessary framework to help marketers look beyond the simple lead metric and incorporate a more comprehensive view of what's happening at the account level. But as you can imagine here, data is key to making this happen. So ABM measurement success, we think, starts with effectively linking leads and contacts to accounts, specifically identifying and prioritizing the demand units I talked about previously, which in our definition are defined as buying groups within accounts where needs have been verified. That's a demand unit. This needs to be nuanced by ABM approach, large, named, or industry, as well as overarching strategy. Is it net new acquisition or various forms of cross-sell and upsell, for example? So for 2018, marketers in an ABM setting really need to collaborate with their sales leaders to come to a consensus view of the new measurement dashboard that's required for ABM. This means updates to internal systems, marketing automation, Salesforce automation platforms, etc., to properly reflect the implications of the new demand unit waterfall to capture and map contacts and leads to accounts, buying groups, and ultimately demand units. So marketers should also update their ABM dashboards to incorporate the new metrics of ABM, things like engagement, average deal size, pipeline velocity. These types of things are rising to the top of more and more ABM dashboards. Okay, let's look at the second priority and implications from a planning perspective. So when we think about large account-based marketing, the biggest challenge that we hear time and time again from our clients is scale. Scaling up generally means adding headcount, and even if you manage to get this agreed, can you find and upskill the right people quickly? Another challenge people report in large ABM is that they're often asked to help support large must-win deals, and these can be highly complex, as you know, and time-consuming. So, but actually taken together, we start seeing the solution to scaling large ABM, and smart companies are starting to offer pursuit marketing focused on those must-win deals as part of their ABM program mix in order to support those larger number of accounts, but in a way that is really aligned to where revenue growth will come from, those big deals. So pursuit marketing per se is not necessarily new as a term in itself, but what is evolving in the coming years is that we're going to start to see a much more formalized process for establishing how marketing and sales can partner around those must-win deals. These processes I think will include how deals are prioritized for marketing support, more scrutiny perhaps, as well as what stage in the buying process to involve marketing. We're also going to start seeing an emergence of more specialist rapid response teams with very specific skill sets focused purely on these must-win pursuits. And lastly, we're going to see a change in some of the tactics used around pursuit marketing. In the past, it has largely been focused on offline traditional tactics, which are very difficult to measure. So moving forward, we think we're going to be seeing increased focus on tactics that can be measured in order to reduce the amount of waste and eliminate the unnecessary noise so that companies only focus on things that can really sway the decision in their favor. And that brings us to our third priority, and this is around named ABM. And I think today's B2B organizations have access to technologies that, frankly, were unavailable even a few short years ago, and it's exciting. But account-based marketers in particular are faced with an ever-expanding roster of technology categories and tools that are all designed to help make various parts of the ABM process easier and more productive. The challenge from our view, however, is where to make those smart investments in technology that are mapped to specific ABM needs while still incorporating the crucial human element that's so essential in any type of ABM. So at Ceres, we look at the new ABM Tech 2.0 as having kind of two different categories of tech, foundational technologies and emerging. From a foundational technology perspective, we look at the emergence of technology supporting account-based display advertising, retargeting, website personalization, etc. And this is helping marketers create and deliver much more personalized content to those key accounts and the contacts within them. Customer intelligence management and digital asset management systems are also providing foundational insights and available content to support these named accounts. Sales teams are able to leverage social collaboration and gamification technologies to better understand the level of engagement that's happening within the contacts within the key accounts that they own. From an emerging technology perspective, we think that ABM execution is going to be optimized through the adoption of technologies designed to refine the delivery of tactics to match known account and contact needs. That's the essence of ABM, actually. Customer success management platforms as well are playing an essential role at this step by contributing insights about current usage trends and potential gaps that must be incorporated into the tactical plan. Similarly, predictive analytics is a huge new category within ABM. We think that predictive analytics tools are going to be leveraged by ABM teams to gather those real-time insights that are key to ABM and aligning them to account goals. And also, we think an increasingly important emerging technology is natural language processing, NLP, to help streamline content translation and personalization. Sales teams are incorporating more formalized value actualization tools to ensure a more consistent process for articulating realized value to their high-value ABM accounts. So technology is a huge and expanding and ever-changing technology category.